Each year, over 70 seniors in America pass away in their sleep, not because of age, but because of 7 dangerous bedtime habits common among those over 60 habits so familiar. Most people don't even notice them anymore. You might be doing at least one of them. Tonight, no one warned you, and your body stays silent until it's too late. But in today's video, I'm Dr. Katherine, a physician specializing in senior health, and I'll walk with you through the 8 most important things you need to know from seemingly harmless routines. To clear practical steps that help you sleep deeper, avoid falls, and lower your risk of stroke, memory loss, and heart failure. And pay close attention to part 2, because it's the most dangerous habit of all. Yet one that many have kept for decades. I still remember Linda. She's 72, living in Arizona. She once came to see me and said, "I sleep 8 hours a night, doctor. But every morning I wake up feeling completely drained." I just thought, that's what getting old feels like. But no, it wasn't her age. It was the 30 minutes before bedtime. The small things she did over and over again for more than 10 years that quietly weakened her body, made her more prone to falling, and slowly stole her sharp mind. And chances are, you might be doing some of the same things without even realizing it. Before we begin, I want to make one thing clear. This video isn't meant to scare you. It's here to empower you, to help you take back control of your health. Especially after 60, you don't need to change everything overnight. But if even 1 or 2 of these habits apply to you, making a small shift could cut your risk of falls, strokes, and nighttime memory issues by up to 50%. If you live alone, please consider setting up motion sensor lights or a soft night light along the path to your bathroom, keeping a pair of non-slip slippers by your bed, and making sure your walkway is clear of obstacles. If you take medication at night, write down the names and times, and ask your doctor if any changes are needed. Avoid herbal teas, diuretics, or over-the-counter sleep aids unless you fully understand their effects. And if you're caring for an aging parent, this video may help you prevent quiet risks they don't know how to speak about. Now, let's begin with the first bedtime habit, one that sounds healthy at first, but when done at the wrong time, can have serious consequences for older adults. You've probably heard this advice before. Drink plenty of water every day. It keeps your kidneys healthy and helps you live longer. And that's true. But if you drink it at the wrong time, especially right before bed, the benefits may never come, because the dangers might reach you first. That's exactly what happened to Frank, a patient I still think about with a heavy heart. Frank was 68. He lived alone in Iowa, a careful, health-conscious man. Every night before turning off the lights, he'd drink a full glass of water to keep my kidneys clean, my blood thin, and help me sleep better, he said. But one winter night, Frank woke up at 2 a.m. to use the bathroom. As he walked down the hall, he suddenly felt dizzy, lost his balance, and fell hard, his hip hitting the floor. That fall led to a hip replacement surgery, 3 weeks in the hospital. And from that day on, he lost the ability to live independently, not because of old age, not because of bad luck, but because of one well-meaning habit, done at the wrong time. You see, after 60, your kidneys and bladder aren't as efficient as they used to be. They don't filter or hold water as well. Your ability to hold it overnight declines. And every time you wake up to urinate, your sleep quality drops. Your alertness fades. And your blood pressure can swing unpredictably. A study from the Mayo Clinic found this. Waking to urinate 23 times a night is linked to higher risks of dementia, depression, and circulation issues. And remember, while you sleep, your heart rate slows and your blood pressure naturally drops. If you suddenly get up and walk to the bathroom, you could experience a dangerous blood pressure drop, leading to dizziness, lightheadedness, or even a fall. Now, that doesn't mean you should stop drinking water. It simply means drink at the right times. Spread it out through the day, from morning until late afternoon, and avoid drinking large amounts within 2 hours of bedtime. If you feel thirsty late at night, Just sip 12 small sips of plain water. Avoid tea, fruit juice, or coffee. They all act as diuretics and can make things worse. Also, make your nighttime bathroom trips safer. Place a night light or motion sensor light along the hallway. Keep your path clear. Wear non-slip slippers beside the bed. Because here's the truth. What once worked may not work forever. After 60, even small lifestyle choices, like when you drink water or how you sleep, become votes you cast for your future health, and sometimes one small change to your bedtime habits can save you from a painful fall, a long hospital stay, or a memory that's slowly fading. Have you ever had the habit of drinking too much water before bed? Or if you're caring for aging parents, have you ever talked to them about this? Share your thoughts in the comments. I do read them, and I'd love to hear your story. Now, let's move on to habit 3. Something many people enjoy and often treat as a little reward at the end of the day. But it may be secretly disrupting your heartbeat, your sleep, and your blood sugar every single night. Late night eating, the silent saboteur of sleep, blood sugar and heart rhythm. Have you ever treated yourself to a late night dinner after a long, tiring day? Maybe a hot bowl of pho at 9 p.m.? Or a creamy plate of pasta under the quiet glow of your kitchen light. It feels like one of life's small pleasures. But here's something most people don't realize. For those over 60, every late night meal can quietly trigger a storm inside your body, from your stomach to your blood vessels to your heart. Take Robert, 73 years old, a man I've always admired for his active lifestyle. Every morning, he walks in the park, cooks his own meals, and rarely needs medication. But recently, he's been telling me, "Doctor, I don't know why I toss and turn all night in the morning. I wake up with heartburn, a racing heartbeat. And I feel so drained, like I'm running on empty." I asked him, "What time do you usually eat dinner?" He hesitated. "Around 9. I wait for my son to come home so we can eat together." Just one answer, and suddenly, the whole picture made sense. After 60, the body digests food more slowly. It doesn't process sugar and fat as efficiently. And when you eat late, especially heavy, starchy, fatty, or spicy foods, your digestive system is forced to stay active while the rest of your body wants to rest. The results: your stomach keeps working as you lie down, leading to acid reflux, heartburn, and chest discomfort. Blood sugar spikes in the middle of the night because your body isn't releasing enough insulin, disturbing your sleep and raising the risk of type 2 diabetes. Blood pressure doesn't drop as it should, keeping your heart rate elevated, increasing the risk of nighttime strokes and heart attacks. A 2020 study from the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found seniors who eat after 8 p.m. have significantly higher blood sugar and nighttime blood pressure levels. But here's the good news. You don't have to skip dinner or follow some extreme diet. Just eat at the right time and in the right amount. The ideal dinner before 7 p.m. Choose something like a bowl of soup, oatmeal, steamed fish, or soft-cooked vegetables. If you must eat late, keep it small. Avoid fried, spicy, or sugary dishes, and try to finish at least 2 hours before lying down, because a deep night's sleep doesn't start when your head hits the pillow. It starts with what you put into your belly 3 hours earlier. When you're young, your body may bounce back from a late meal. But with age, a quiet, rested stomach becomes one of the greatest gifts to your heart and your brain. Sometimes, you don't need to eat less. You just need to eat earlier. So dinner no longer becomes a burden your body must carry through the night. What time do you usually eat dinner? Have you ever felt bloated, had heartburn, or struggled to sleep after a late meal? Share your experience in the comments. Your story might help someone else make a life-changing shift, right on time. Now, let's talk about something that nearly everyone has done the same way their whole life: sleeping position. And yet, few people know. The wrong sleeping position can quietly restrict your breathing, strain your heart, and accelerate memory decline every night. Let's move on to part 4. Wrong sleeping position: how it harms your heart, lungs, and brain. And night after night, Do you remember your usual sleeping position? Do you sleep on your back, your stomach, or on your side? For many people, sleeping position is like a childhood habit, one they've never changed, but you might be surprised to learn. Just one wrong position at night can quietly harm your heart, your lungs, and even your memory. I remember a sweet woman named June, 75 years old, living in the suburbs of Oregon. Every time she visited my clinic, she'd smile gently, but she often shared the same concern. Lately, I've been waking up in the middle of the night, gasping for air, heart pounding, feeling dizzy. I thought it was just a bad dream, but it wasn't a nightmare. After a full examination and a sleep study, we found that she was experiencing mild sleep apnea, mostly caused by sleeping on her back all night. When you're younger, sleeping position doesn't matter much, but after 60, the muscles in your throat, especially your tongue and epiglottis, begin to weaken. And when you sleep on your back, gravity pulls those soft tissues downward, narrowing or blocking your airway. The result, breathing becomes restricted, causing snoring or brief pauses in breathing. Oxygen to the brain drops, and the heart works harder to compensate, leading to irregular heartbeat. Sleep becomes fragmented. The brain can't clear toxins, effectively increasing the risk of memory loss and trouble focusing. One study from Stony Brook University found that sleeping on your left side improves the brain's ability to flush out waste by over 63% compared to lying on your back. And if you've ever struggled with acid reflux, sleeping on your back can make it worse, causing stomach acid to rise into your esophagus, leading to dry cough, chest discomfort, and even long-term lung damage. But don't worry, you don't need to change everything overnight. Here's what you can do. Train yourself to sleep on your left side. This supports circulation and reduces reflux. Place a small pillow behind your back. It helps keep you from rolling onto your back while asleep. If you have neck or shoulder issues, use a properly sized neck pillow and place a thin pillow between your knees to keep your spine aligned. And for those with severe acid reflux, raising the head of your bed by just 46 inches, 1,015 centimeters, can make a big difference. It might seem like a small thing, but your sleeping position affects how your heart beats, how your brain breathes, and how your memory is preserved, night after night. When you were younger, you could sleep in any position and wake up feeling fine. But at this stage in life, sleep isn't just rest, it's part of healing. And sometimes, one well-placed pillow can quietly protect you from a stroke that no one saw coming. What's your usual sleeping position? Have you ever woken up gasping for air? Or been told you snore loudly? Share in the comments so we can learn from each other and help everyone sleep more deeply each night. Next, we'll talk about something that seems like a matter of comfort, but in reality, it directly affects your memory, your heart, and your risk of stroke at night. Part 5. An overheated bedroom, the silent saboteur of your heart and brain. Everyone loves feeling warm and cozy at bedtime, a sealed room, a thick, soft blanket, a toasty temperature that feels oh so comfortable. But after 60, sleep doesn't just need to feel good, it needs to be cool, to be safe. Because if your bedroom is too warm, your heart, your lungs, and even your memory might be quietly suffering every night without you ever knowing it. I remember treating Mr. Wallace, 79 years old, living in Florida. His son brought him in, worried that his father seemed tired every morning, with a fast heartbeat and occasional morning confusion. "I sleep great, Doc. The room is warm. Blankets are thick. Not cold at all," he said proudly. But when we checked, we discovered that his bedroom often stayed close to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 27 degrees Celsius throughout the night. And that, more than anything else, was forcing his heart and brain to stay active, when they should have been resting. Here's why. To enter deep, restorative sleep, your body needs to cool down slightly. But when your room is too hot, that cooling process is blocked and your body begins to struggle. Your heart has to beat faster to help lower your core temperature. Your brain stays slightly stimulated, making it harder to reach deep sleep. You sweat lightly through the night, leading to mild dehydration, which thickens your blood and raises your blood pressure. A study from the American Journal of Geriatric Psychiatry found that sleeping in rooms over 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 21 degrees Celsius, for just 12 weeks is linked to higher risks of heart failure, arrhythmias, strokes, and memory decline, especially in older adults. If you live in a cold climate, focus on warming your body, not the whole room. Wear thermal sleepwear, warm socks, or use lightweight layered blankets. But avoid letting your room temperature stay above 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 21 degrees Celsius all night, especially if you have heart conditions or high blood pressure, diabetes or Parkinson's, early memory loss or cognitive decline. For people in these groups, excess heat at night can shallow their sleep and put unnecessary strain on the heart and brain. The ideal bedroom temperature for older adults, 60-67 degrees Fahrenheit, 15-19 degrees Celsius. Use layered blankets so you can add or remove as needed. Wear long-sleeve pajamas and cozy socks, but avoid covering your head and neck too tightly, as it can restrict airflow. Use a gentle fan or crack a window to allow air circulation. This helps prevent humidity and CO2 buildup. At this stage in life, sleep isn't just about rest. It's your body's only time to repair, heal, and recharge. And something as small as the room temperature can make the difference between waking up feeling foggy or waking up with energy and a steady, grateful heartbeat. You don't have to overhaul everything. Just adjust the thermostat by 1 or 2 degrees, and you might give your body the deep rest it's been needing for years. What's the temperature in your bedroom at night? Do you prefer a warm room or a cooler one? Have you ever felt tired even after a full night's sleep? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your story could help someone else sleep better tonight. Now, let's move on to a habit that seems harmless, but is actually one of the leading causes of falls and injuries in older adults. Getting out of bed too quickly. Let's explore it together in Part 6.1, Sudden Move. One life changed forever. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night needing to use the bathroom and jumped out of bed right away, only to feel dizzy, lightheaded, or like you almost blacked out for younger folks? It's usually nothing, just a fleeting sensation. But after 60, getting out of bed too quickly can act like a mini shock to your heart and brain, leading to falls, fractures, even mild strokes. I once treated Ruth, 76 years old, a healthy, active, and independent woman who lived alone. One night, she woke up as usual to use the bathroom. She sat up quickly, swung her legs over the bed, and in an instant, she lost balance and fell, hitting her head on the edge of a dresser. Thankfully, there was no serious brain injury, but she spent over a week in the hospital. And after that, she lost her confidence, becoming more reliant on her family for daily tasks, all because of one familiar motion, standing up too fast. This condition is called orthostatic hypotension, a sudden drop in blood pressure when rising too quickly from lying down. It happens because your blood hasn't had enough time to reach your brain. For a few seconds, your brain doesn't get enough oxygen, causing dizziness or spinning sensations, blurry vision, shaky hands or legs, loss of balance, and unexpected falls. According to JAMA Internal Medicine, older adults with orthostatic hypotension have 3 times the risk of falling and fracturing bones compared to those without it. Even more concerning, these early falls are often brushed off. But over time, they can steal away your independence and peace of mind. But here's the good news. You don't need to avoid moving. You just need to slow down, intentionally. When you wake up, don't jump up immediately. Sit up slowly. Let your legs dangle off the bed. Take 23 slow breaths. Gently roll your wrists and ankles to get your blood flowing. If you tend to feel faint in the morning, sip a small amount of water before standing. Make sure your night light is bright enough. The path to the bathroom is clear, and wear non-slip slippers. And if you take blood pressure medication or diuretics, ask your doctor if the timing of your dose might be contributing to nighttime drops. After 60, safety isn't just about how strong you are. It's about knowing when to slow down. Just 5 extra seconds each morning could save you from 5 weeks in the hospital. Just one steady hand on the edge of the bed might preserve your freedom, confidence, and independence for years to come. Have you ever felt dizzy when standing up suddenly in the night? Do you already have a habit of pausing before rising? Share your experience in the comments, because your story might help someone stay safer in their own home. Next, we'll talk about nighttime symptoms many people ignore or brush off as just minor stuff, when in fact, they're urgent messages from your brain and your heart. Let's continue with Part 7, Snoring, Gasping, and Insomnia, Signals You Shouldn't Ignore. Have you ever heard someone say, "Oh, I snore really loudly, but I sleep just fine. I just wake up a lot. That's probably just age. Sometimes I feel short of breath at night, but I still wake up in the morning, so it must be okay." These words may sound harmless, but in truth, they could be silent distress signals from your brain, heart, and lungs, calling for help. I once met Eleanor, 74 years old, during a routine checkup. She told me she felt pretty healthy, just some minor things, like I snore a bit loudly, feel tired during the day. And my husband says I sometimes stop breathing for a few seconds at night, then suddenly gasp for air, but I don't remember any of it. We suggested a home sleep study, and the results were alarming. She stopped breathing an average of 28 times per hour during sleep. That's dangerous. If left untreated, this can significantly increase the risk of high blood pressure, atrial fibrillation, stroke, and even dementia. Here's what happens when you sleep. The muscles in your throat and tongue relax. If they relax too much, they can block your airway, causing loud snoring, gasping, or choking sounds, irregular, shallow, or paused breathing, temporary drops in oxygen to the brain, frequent awakenings without knowing why, trouble falling back asleep. This condition is called obstructive sleep apnea, or OSA, and according to the Sleep Heart Health Study, seniors with untreated sleep apnea have a 60% higher risk of stroke and 3 times the risk of memory loss and brain shrinkage compared to those who sleep normally. So, if you, or someone you love, experiences loud, frequent snoring, gasping, or choking during sleep, waking up multiple times per night, morning fatigue, dry mouth, or headaches, falling asleep during the day despite 8 hours in bed. If you recognize at least 2 of these signs, please see a sleep specialist or ENT doctor for proper testing and guidance. Here's the good news. Sleep apnea can be managed with CPAP machines, side sleeping, healthy weight loss, and avoiding unnecessary sedatives at night, because sleep is your body's quiet guardian. When you sleep well, your heart repairs, your brain clears waste, your body resets. But if you're snoring, gasping, or tossing and turning every night, that's not just part of getting older. It's your body warning you before it becomes too late. Listening early means giving yourself the chance to live longer, stronger, and clearer. Have you ever been told you snore loudly or stop breathing at night? Do you live with someone who shows these symptoms? Share your thoughts in the comments, because awareness is the first step toward protecting our health and our sleep. And finally, we'll talk about one of the most common bedtime habits, one many people do to fall asleep faster, but over time, it can slow your heartbeat, cloud your thinking, and quietly damage your kidneys and memory. Join me for Part 8, Bedtime Medications, the hidden link to strokes, confusion, and kidney decline. Do you take a few pills before bed each night to help you sleep, ease the pain, or control your blood pressure? That habit isn't wrong. In fact, for many people, it's necessary. But here's the truth. If you don't fully understand the medications you're taking, if you take them at the wrong time or rely on them for too long, what you think is helping you could slowly be harming your heart, brain, and kidneys. I once treated Mr. Carl, 71 years old, a man who was very diligent about his health. Each night, he took his blood pressure pills, joint pain relievers, and one sleep aid, just to fall asleep a little easier. At first, he slept well, but after a few months, things started to change. He became confused in the mornings, stumbled more often. Repeated stories and blood tests showed the beginning of mild kidney decline. It wasn't due to any major illness. It was the result of medication interactions, taken at the wrong times and left unchanged for too long. After age 60, your liver and kidneys slow down, which means medications stay in your system longer and build up more than you realize. Some of the most common nighttime medications can become risky if misused. 1. Sleep aids and sedatives like diazepam. Alprazolam slow down your breathing and cause lingering drowsiness, increase the risk of falls, confusion, and slow reflexes in the morning, can lead to dependence and reduced effectiveness over time. 2. Blood pressure medications. Some types can lower blood pressure too much at night. This reduces blood flow to the brain, increasing risk of dizziness or even silent strokes. 3. Painkillers. NSAIDs like ibuprofen, diclofenac, can irritate the stomach and stress the kidneys if taken long-term, especially harmful if taken at night on an empty stomach. 4. Antidepressants and muscle relaxants. Some reduce deep sleep quality, may trigger vivid dreams, sudden awakenings, or mental fog. You don't need to stop your medications, but please write down the names, doses, and exact times you take them. Talk to your doctor about which ones are better for morning or evening. Avoid long-term use of sleep aids unless clearly prescribed. If possible, replace with natural options, like herbal teas, gentle massage, or relaxation techniques before bed. Swallow medications with a small sip of water. Avoid milk, juice, or coffee. At this age, each pill is more than just a substance. It's a decision, one that affects your heart, memory, and independence. Think of taking medication like driving at night. You need to know the road, understand the speed, and know when to pause and rest. Choose the right timing and method, and you can still sleep well. Ease pain and protect what matters most: your clarity, alertness, and freedom to live life on your own terms. What kinds of medications do you take before bed? Have you ever felt tired, dizzy, or mentally foggy in the morning without knowing why? Share your experience below, because your story might help someone else avoid the same risks. And now, you've probably realized something powerful. Sleep isn't just about rest. It's the quiet test of your real, underlying health as you age. Join me in the final part, where we'll bring this whole journey together and share a message of hope, strength, and inspired living. Have you ever noticed? Sleep is the only part of your day where you do nothing, and yet it decides everything. Do you wake up feeling light and refreshed, or heavy, groggy, and slow to rise? Do your feet feel steady as they touch the floor? Do you remember what you had for breakfast? Or does it blur together like yesterday? It all begins with what you did or didn't do before going to sleep. Throughout this video, you and I have walked through small but dangerous habits, like drinking too much water late or eating dinner too close to bedtime. Quiet mistakes like sleeping in the wrong position, keeping the bedroom too warm, or jumping out of bed too fast. Subtle warning signs: snoring, gasping, restless nights, and lastly, medication routines that seem helpful, but may quietly harm the brain, heart, or kidneys over time. Each part is a piece of the puzzle, and when you put them together, you see the full picture. Sleep isn't just rest, it's your opportunity to live longer, live clearer, and live more independently. You don't need to change everything overnight, but just start with one small thing. Tonight, set a nightlight along your path to the bathroom. Sit up slowly in the morning instead of jumping out of bed. Leave your phone away from the bed and take a few deep breaths before lying down. Take a moment to review the medications you're using at bedtime, or simply ask a loved one, "Did I snore last night?" Caring for your sleep is the quietest, yet most powerful, a way to protect your health during the day. Someone once told me a good night's sleep isn't proof of a quiet night. It's proof that you've learned how to live slowly, mindfully, and intentionally. Aging isn't something to fear. The only real danger is losing control over your own life. But you're different because you're here, taking the time to understand your body, to listen, to learn, and to live better day by day. And that is the first step toward a life of freedom, clarity, and quiet strength. Was there something in this video that surprised you or made you want to change something tonight? Share that in the comments, because your words might be the very thing that helps someone else stay safer and live happier. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to tap like, subscribe, and share it with someone you love, someone who deserves better sleep, stronger health, and more freedom every day. And if you're still here, I invite you to join me in the next video, where we'll keep discovering the simple things that have the power to change the rest of your life, because it's never too late to care for yourself. Just start a little each day.